So Tiara Brown has defeated Skye Nicolson via split decision. That's what it was. An interesting fight. I think it's a fight that, in my opinion, could have gone either way. I had Skye Nicolson up at the time when I was scoring it, but if I'm thinking back, I'm thinking they actually got the decision right there, if I'm being completely honest. Looking back, thinking back at what actually happened, I do think Tiara Brown was probably the rightful winner. It was a messy fight and Brown's work was very messy. But with Skye Nicolson, I feel like she was holding on a lot, clinching a lot. Brown was as well, though. Don't get me wrong. I've seen loads of people saying, oh, it was just Skye Nicolson going in for those clinches and always holding on. Brown was forcing those clinches a lot, and she was leaning forward quite a lot into those clinches, made the head clashes a few times as well. Brown was instigating quite a few of the clinches, but Skye was holding on. I think that is a fair assessment to say. But I think with Skye Nicolson, it was just the same thing over and over again. And she was just throwing that overhand. I mean, her footwork's very bloody good, Skye Nicolson. It is good. She has got good footwork. But other than that, the shots that she throws, it's just same old thing and gets predictable. And eventually, Tiara Brown was able to duck under those shots and then just come forward recklessly and go into the body. She was non-stop. She was, Tiara Brown was relentless at the end of the day. And that forward pressure was what was doing her real good. She was the ring general throughout. Skye's feints were good, but again, though, there was nothing to follow them up. There was nothing following up those feints. There was loads of feints from Skye, but it was just all for nothing really a lot of the time. I think as well, Skye just got too predictable. And eventually, Tiara Brown was able to break her down to the body and slow her down. Brown's work to the body was very good. She was very good at, being constant to the body and, always getting into the right places. The shots that she was throwing to the body, a good lead to it. Then she's coming with a good right hook as well. It was good from Tiara Brown. And Skye Nicolson, I think at times as well, her jab was shut down by Tiara Brown because Tiara Brown was able to make herself small, dip under that jab of Skye a lot and just dig right into that body. And you could tell it was having an effect on Skye Nicolson. I think, what Skye did well was, I think, early on she was decent behind the jab and got some success with it. And at times it just looked like she was cleaner with her boxing because her check hook was there to be seen. But again, from Skye Nicolson, it was check hook, then, check hook, and then, just an overhand. It was poor from Skye Nicolson, in my opinion. It was just the same thing. And, it was just so repetitive. It just got so bloody predictable for Tiara Brown. And Tiara Brown was able to back Nicolson up well and get her shots landing. Brown was the ring general throughout. Skye Nicolson was never the ring general. And, she does like to fight on that back foot a lot, Skye Nicolson. But she just couldn't gain the respect of Brown to keep her off her. And Brown was always the one, pushing the pace of the fight and coming forward. Although, yes, Nicolson was able to, as I said, get that check hook going, showed off some nice fancy footwork in that fight. And then, to the eye of a lot of us, it makes us think, all right, she's actually boxing all right here. But no, it was just the same thing. She just wasn't doing anything special there, Skye Nicolson. There was nothing special from her at all. There was no special, amazing, moves that she was doing in there at the end of the day. And Tiara Brown was basic in that fight. There were no amazing, unbelievable angle changes from Tiara Brown. She was just relentless at coming forward, kept a nice high guard up, took some nice shots on the gloves, and kept coming. And even when Brown got tagged, she did not care because Skye has no power whatsoever. And eventually, when, Skye Nicolson's up against someone who's always going to keep on coming at her, be trying to cut off that ring, Skye Nicolson's going to find it difficult because she just doesn't have the power to keep you off her. And that's what lets her down, her power. If Skye had a bit more power, then in my opinion, it could have been more different because, she would have been able to gain Brown's respect at a point and, made her worry. Because Skye is quick with her shots. She has got some quick punches. But there was no combinations being thrown from Skye Nicolson. I mean, at times, could she have thrown more combinations though? Yes. But Brown was always good at being able to shut down that gap of Skye Nicolson. And Skye Nicholson's good at range. That's her game. And Brown was just able, and Brown did not care what was coming at her at all. Took away the jab of Nicolson, and there you have it. There you have it. It was simple from Brown to beat Skye Nicolson. It was simple stuff from her. It was not hard at all overall. If you really think about it, I don't know how I actually had Skye when I was watching it, but now, Brown was the right winner. Brown was the right winner. Skye just doesn't throw combinations, and Brown comes forward, and she wasn't exactly landing any amazing, special, real quick combinations. She made it messy, got her shots in, and then they landed into that clinch, but. It was a good game plan from Tiara Brown. Simple as that. It was a good game plan from Tiara Brown. And yeah, they just wore out Skye Nicolson. And Tiara Brown was just way stronger than her, but bullied her up against the ropes a lot at times. Brown bullied Skye Nicolson in that clinch as well, quite a few times as well, even though Skye was holding on quite a lot. But Brown was always the stronger woman, though. And, it was clear to see. But yeah, there we go. Thank you for watching. Speak to you in the next one.